When I first started playing poker online, like many beginners, I was only concerned about my hand. If I had a good hand, I would bet. If I didn't have a good hand, I would fold. I quickly realized I needed to know what hands beat me and if it was possible other players could have that hand. What I needed to do was find the nuts. In poker, the best hand possible is called the nuts, and it's important to be able to recognize the best hand. If you have the nuts, you can continue raising your bet as you know you are the guaranteed winner. If you don't have the nuts, then you need to know what hands can beat you. Because you are only dealt 2 cards in Texas Hold'em, you are limited on the number of hands that you can make. For example, after this flop, turn, and river card, it's impossible for any player to have a flush, because you need 5 cards of the same suit and the player can only have a maximum of 2 in their hand. There would need to be 3 cards of the same suit on the final board for a possible flush. We can immediately eliminate royal flush, straight flush, or flush from any player's hands. Now notice there is no pair on the board. This makes it impossible for a player to have a 4 of a kind or a full house. So we have eliminated any player from having the top 5 hand types. Is a straight possible? Yes. So the best possible hand, or the nuts, on this board is a straight. If a player has a king 10, this would be a straight, king through 9. This would be the highest straight possible, because even if a player had ace king, they would only have 4 cards to the straight, ace through the jack, as they are missing a 5th card. If you hold king 10, you have the nuts, or the best possible hand. What if your hand was the 10-8? This is also a straight. This would be the next best possible hand, or the second nuts. Identifying the best hand involves more than just the type of hand, but it's very important to know how many possible hands can beat you. Let's look at an example. If you just look at your hand, it's great. You have a full house, kings full of 4s, but in reality, it's not a strong hand at all. What hands are better? Well, a flush is not possible, so we can eliminate those. Someone could have a king, and that would be a 4 of a kind. They could have a 10 in their hand, so a higher full house. Kings full of 10s. Also, any pocket pair higher than 4 would also beat your hand. Kings full of 5s or 8s, jacks, etc. There are actually 10 hands that are better than your full house. So while you do have a good hand in terms of type, tread carefully, as another player can still easily have you beat. Let's try another example. Your hand is 10 of clubs, 8 of clubs. You have a nice flush, but it's possible someone could have any 2 clubs with 1 card being higher than your 10. So jack 3 of clubs would beat you, queen 2 of clubs would beat you, and so on. Let's keep your same hand, but on a different board. There are not 3 of a suit on the board, so no possible flush. There are no pairs on the board, so no possible 4 of a kind or full house. The best possible straight that can be made is a 10 high straight. Hey, that's our hand. We have the nuts in this instance. Time to go all in. Well, maybe, but that's a more advanced topic for another video. Go ahead and grab a deck of cards and lay out some hands. Practice finding the nuts and how many hands can beat yours. This will improve your game very quickly. Until next time, good luck on coloring up.